Hello, everyone. We will be summarizing the first 4 episodes of the anime called One Punch Man. Saitama is busy lazing about and reading manga as Janema studies his unorthodox training methods, sketching down his every move and antic. The former pinches his brow in frustration, contemplating how much of a pain it will be to keep this charade of being his master going. The cyborg mentions his concern over his inactivity over the past few days, stating that due to an overabundance of C-class heroes, the association eventually strike those who are inactive for more than a week from their registry. Shocked and horrified by this revelation, Saitama sets out on patrol before the last day kicks in, having already been inactive as a hero for 6 days. Having been out on patrol for 2 whole peaceful days, the hapless hero fidgets nervously, as this is his last day to avoid getting laid off. As if to make matters worse, Speedo Sound Sonic shows up to settle their imaginary rivalry, only for Saitama to brush him off, greatly provoking the ninja into attacking him, only for the latter to bite his sword in half. Greatly bewildered by these events, Sonic finds himself intimidated by the Saitama. Tank Top Tiger, who reproaches Saitama's crazed antics, began revealing in public adoration and later enticed Saitama to make a big deal out of it just to entice his own rise in popularity, only to be cut down by a hail of exploding shuriken, which sends the crowding masses into a panic. Recognizing Sonic to be the culprit, the assailant soon forces his hand by causing havoc around the populated area with a lethal bombardment. Saitama, while still busy looking for hero work to do, realizes Sonic had provided him with the pick-me-up he needed and swiftly knocks the latter out cold, saving the day. Later that day, around Saitama's old neighborhood, a mysterious being was seen skulking around, frightening the few masses who lived in the desolate Z City. Perturbed at not being sent out, Tatsumaki berated the assignment staff, having already sent out A-Class Golden Ball and Spring Mustachio to the area. In Z City, the 2 aforementioned heroes are busy patrolling the streets, wondering about a rumor they had heard of about a pretty dangerous monster who lives in said area. After finding next to nothing on the job, they eventually find signs of said mysterious being and chase off after it. Having run into Combu Infinity, who had also heard rumors of a powerful group of monsters in the city, engage the duo, easily swatting the best efforts of both aside. Realizing they are outmatched, Mustachio dials for reinforcements just before he is swiftly defeated. Upset that his opposition was so weak, Combu sets out to create the rumor he and his fellow monsters initially heard about. Soon after, Saitama returns from a market sale. When Combu notices him, the former relents on not having been able to secure some Combu soup stock just before the monster attacks him. When next seen, Saitama is just cooking some Combu soup when Genos comes in. Just before an incident, scientists and astronomers are busy studying the flight pattern of a meteorite just as it passes over the Earth. When its course suddenly changes trajectory, a mass warning system breaks out that a huge meteor from space is about to strike Z City. While at home, Genos and Saitama are conversing over hero rankings, with one jumping from lowest 388th rank to 345th rank in C-Class, while the other remains in the same position but gaining a mass popularity base. Just then, a notice is sent out to all S-Class heroes available on scene as to prep a counteractive response to the latest threat, but only the few upper-class heroes to show up are Bang and Genos, who set out to stop it. Bang mentions to Genos the notice for the meteor evacuation protocols have already engaged and that he should clear out before it's too late. He himself, however, cannot leave the city due to family honor and personal reasons, but when he was about to properly introduce himself, the younger hero had already left. Out hopping over rooftops to intercept the impact designation, Genos notices a bunch of civilians who have given up hope of survival and caved into despair. Genos theorizes that it is too late to evacuate, seeing as the meteor will destroy countless cities neighboring it. His resolution is affirmed as the cyborg hero also states his teacher lives here too, and that he cannot simply abandon him. Then Metal Knight shows up to test out a new weapon against the meteor, but was uninterested in teaming up with another hero to avert the crisis. However, his arsenal failed to stop the meteor. Then Genos stepped up to divert the incoming calamity himself, but was immobilized by thoughts of failure until Bang arrived and clears away his doubts. In the end, after trying and failing to stop the celestial body from falling, it is Saitama who destroys it in the end, smashing it to pieces in one blow. The impact of which, however, scatters its fragments across most parts of the city, leaving many of its citizens without most of their homes and belongings. The next day, Saitama moved to learn that Genos rose in rank and was shocked to find that he sped past ranks 300th to 5th after the incident. Curious as to what the threat level ranking means, Saitama asked the latter about them, his students stating most heroes adhere to them for when to mobilize against it, surmising this does not count to Saitama, who retorts saying we'll fight for the helpless if the heroes run, leading Genos to passionately archive his words. While out on patrol over the damaged city, the sore-losing Tank Top Tiger calls his brother Tank Top Black Hole, who rallies a mob of citizens who are angry and are blaming Saitama for the destruction, completely ignoring the fact that had Saitama not destroyed the meteor, everyone would have died. When the two try to make a newbie crush into a public display, Saitama turns the tables, much to the prediction of a watching bang, and shames the mob, chanting for his execution with a whirl of cardboard speech, stating he did nothing wrong, exclaiming he does playing the hero for a hobby, not for their adoration, but because he likes it, and that they can hate him all they want, because he doesn't care what they think. A Seafolk messenger announces that the Seafolk are coming to the surface to kill all the humans. Saitama is on his way home from shopping and stops by to punch the messenger. Mumen Rider is late to the scene and sees only the destroyed body of the creature, and hears the crowd talking about Saitama. Mumen Rider looks Saitama up on the internet and sees that he is powerful, but opinions are divided on him. At the coast, several large Seafolk monsters emerge from the sea, threatening J City. The A-class hero Stinger challenges them with his powerful bamboo shoot weapon. Meanwhile, Genos is drying dishes with his built-in equipment as Saitama watches a news report about Stinger's battle against the Seafolk. The two decide to head out to confront the threat. Back at the fight, Stinger takes out the last 4 Seafolk with a gigantic drill Stinger quadruple thrust attack, but is then bested by the Sea King, the leader of the Seafolk. Saitama, Genos, and Mumen Rider all set off to confront the threat. Genos splits off from Saitama to scout ahead. Various other powerful humans confront Sea King to no avail, including Lightning Max, Puri Puri Prisoner, and Speedo Sound Sonic. Sonic fights the Sea King to a standstill until the Sea King is moistened by the rain, thus unleashing his true form. Sonic is forced to retreat. Meanwhile, Saitama and Mumen Rider meet each other on the way to the fight. Saitama goes off to find Sonic, who he sees running naked through the rain. Mumen Rider gets a phone call from Hero Association headquarters about the location of the Sea King and decides to go confront the monster, who has just broken into an emergency shelter and has taken down the heroes inside, including Snek, and is dispatching the heroes there. Saitama returns to where he met Mumen Rider to find a discarded cell phone. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel with the bell, so as not to miss new videos. And AniCash was with you. See you soon.